Hi, I'm Adnan Sheikh from Expit. Expit is a Microsoft Gold Systems Management Partner in Kuwait, System Center Alliance member, and also Microsoft Partner of the Year for 2011 in Kuwait. At Expit, we have developed various management packs and products for Microsoft System Center. Recently, we have developed the project connector for System Center Service Manager. Traditionally, project management and service management domains have worked in different silos within organizations. Both follow different methodologies and lack clear understanding of their corresponding processes. This generally would create a confusion and lead to discrepancies in a project. A key concept in managing IT services is the ability to track requirements and changes impacting IT services with minimal risk and full accountability. Without this capability, projects that contain IT elements face delays, miscommunications, and failures. It is imperative for organizations to have a practical solution that bridges this gap between project and service management in order to increase accountability, reduce delays, and improve project success rates. Expit has addressed this gap by linking the IT service desk with Microsoft Project to ensure information flow between them is seamless and effective. The Expit Project Connector will facilitate exchange of information between project planning software Microsoft Project Professional 2010 and the service desk software System Center Service Manager 2010 and 2012 without having to duplicate data entry efforts across the two separate applications and with intelligent translation between the two sites. The connector also allows Microsoft Project users to convert project tasks into tickets in Service Manager directly from Project Professional clients. The connector also updates project tasks to reflect ticket status in Service Manager and mark tasks as complete once tickets are closed. These tickets could either be for change management, release management, or service request. The connector allows the project managers to leverage the knowledge about IT processes directly into their project plans, allowing them to gain information about project status, configuration items, resource available, and actual time utilized for each task. I will now take you through a demonstration of the product. For the purpose of this demo, I have one server running Service Manager and an instance of Project Professional running on the project manager's computer. Let's open a blank project file. The top ribbon you see IT Service Management. This tab will appear once you've installed the project connector. Click on it and click on Connector Service Manager. Input the right credentials. Here you see Work Item ID Postfix, which is PT by default. Whenever you publish tasks from Project Professional into Service Manager, the Work Item ID will have a postfix as defined by you over here. Click on Connect. Once connected, you'll see a lot of fields populate into your project plan. The fields are Work Item ID to assign the appropriate ID to each task once published. Task type to define the task as generic or System Center Service Manager task. Service Manager item type. Here you can see the different types of item types: change request, dependent, manual activity, parallel, release, review activities, sequential, and service request. You can also see actual start and actual finish times. This is to provide accurate estimation of the time utilized during the project. You can assign resource names by clicking on Get Resources. Click on Find. You can check any of these resources as required. CIs, you can assign configuration items by clicking on Get Config Items. Again, similarly, click on Find and assign one of the configuration items as required. Further, there's a tab for approval condition. This could either be automatic, percentage, or unanimous. This is required for tasks that require management approval. Let's now create a change request to prepare a server and a network switch. Let's create a parallel activity called configure server and switch. You will have to indent this activity in. Let's create a sequential activity below that. called configure server. Let's create a review activity in order to approve this configuration. Let's create a manual activity in order to install the server. Below that, let's create another sequential activity to configure switch. You will have to indent this out. A review activity in order to approve configuration. And a manual activity to install the switch. Below this, let's create another review activity in order to review server and switch configuration. Let's create another change request called install SQL and deploy server. A dependent activity called install SQL. Let's indent this out. And a review activity in order to review installation and deploy server. All these task types needs to be changed to System Center Service Manager task in order to publish them into Service Manager. Our project plan is now complete. We'll publish this into Service Manager. Click on IT Service Management and click on Publish Task. Here you see the work item IDs being assigned. CR1 PT, MA2 PT. You see a tab over here called Link to Activity. This is required to link a major activity to a dependent activity. It means that the dependent activity will be marked as complete once the major activity is completed. Let's link review server and switch configuration to install SQL. Say apply. You can come towards the end of the project plan and depends on, here you see the review activity 3PT. Publish the task again to send updates. Okay, now let's have a look at Service Manager. These are the two different change requests that you have created, and we've published it into Service Manager. Let's have a look at the first one. Let's have a look at the underlying activities. Inside the parallel activity, there are two sequential activities as we created. We'll have to approve these review activities before the manual activities can take place. Let's open each of them. You can add a reviewer from here or directly from the project plan. We'll just do it manually. Hit apply. Hit approve. Let's say approved. Okay. Apply again. Okay. Give it a few minutes and it'll give you a tick mark. Till then, let's approve this one. Again, let's add a reviewer. Hit apply. Click on task. Hit approve. Apply again. Give it a few minutes, both of them will be checked. Here, as you can see, both the review activities have been checked and the manual activities are ready to perform. Let's open the first activity and mark it as complete. Apply. Okay. You have to wait for a few minutes before the review activities get approved. Similarly, go for the other second manual activity and mark it as complete. Here you see both the activities have been completed, and soon the sequential activities will also be marked as complete. Below here you can see the review activity which was linked to the dependent activity. Here is the link over here. It says open linked activity DA1PT. You don't have to open it. Just so that you know where the link is. Let's wait for a few minutes before before the sequential activities are marked as complete. Now that the parallel activity is marked as completed, here you can see the review activity is ready to run. Open it and approve. Once you approve this review activity, the dependent activity will also be marked as completed, which was install SQL. We'll have a look at it now. Let's add a user over here to approve this request. Again, it will take a few minutes before the approval is done. So let's submit all these changes. It's okay. Let's wait for a few minutes, hit refresh. Here you see the change request is marked as complete now. Let's open the second change request, install SQL and deploy server. Remember, there's a dependent activity under this request which should already be marked as complete. Here you go. It has been completed just because of the major activity which was linked and was completed before this. Let's open the review activity under this dependent activity and approve this one in order to complete the change request. Let's add a reviewer again. Again, it will take a few minutes before it let's approve this. We'll have to wait for a few minutes before this review activity can be marked as complete and this change request can be completed. Here you go, both the change request activities are now complete. Now let's have a look at Microsoft project. Let's refresh the task in the project pane. Here you can see all the tasks have been completed as 100% now. The check marks denote that. So as you've seen from the demo, with the help of Project Connector, you can integrate your project management office and your service desk. You can also link activities, a major activity with a dependent activity in order to complete activities in a sequential manner. It also helps streamline communications between the two offices, mitigating project delays and risk of failures. It further allows for accurate time estimation to be captured in your project plans. The current version of the Project Connector is version 1.1, which allows for actual time calculation, support for configuration items and resources, creating tasks from templates, support for System Center Service Manager 2012, and also sequential, dependent, and parallel activities. It's licensed as a per host license and is available for download on our website. We would love to have you at our TechEd booth in Europe, booth number PP9. You can have a live demo of the product and hands-on experience. You can watch our demo videos at youtube.com, and for further information on pricing and the Project Connector, please contact sales@expit.com. Thank you very much for your time and patience today, and for any further queries, please contact us at sales@expit.com.